Okay, so we're back, and let's go ahead and introduce the players who are in this game. We have King Cuckold, the players and the races, of course. King Cuckold is in the red trunks controlling the Scourge, Cracker Snatcher in the blue trunks controlling Burning Legion, Lord Van Poo in the teal trunks controlling Fell Horde, Yusuf 1123 in the purple trunks controlling Lordaeron, TS underscore Sashi in the yellow trunks controlling our Dwarven player, Broke Bow E. Lemur in the orange trunks controlling Dalaran, Grim Heart in the green trunks controlling Elves, Gamer TYRB. We'll take off the fog of war. We do this. Gamer ERTYB. He's in the pink trunks controlling Horde. All Stars gray trunks controlling Warsong Clan. Lord Sabas in the light blue trunks will be controlling our Night Elven player Polska something. Polska Polisija. The dark green trunks controlling Arathor and the Kingdom of Stormwind. In Serenoth in the brown trunks controlling the Druids. Finally, we can go ahead and talk about this. So the Druids and the Elves are, of course, on a team in Kalimdor against the Horde. In the north, we have Elves, Dalaran, and Lordaeron versus the Demons and Scourge. And in the south, we have the Dwarves and their human allies versus the horrible Orcs of Outland. We'll see how this goes. There are, of course, three main fights that occur early on, and in Kalimdor it's a slightly different discussion as we are actually more invested in who manages to get more creeps. As you will notice, thematically, in a decent way, a lot of Azeroth is already creeped. Yes, there's this huge creep way in Gilneas, but it's humans, like it's technically another human nation. However, in Kalimdor you have all of these wild things. And in Kalimdor there's such a focus on killing the creeps in the early game and trying to get as much gold as you can while still maintaining aggression against your enemies. With two small bases in the south for our Night Elven players and our Druid players, yeah, Silithus / the islands respectively. It'll be interesting to see what they choose to do. Red handled. I'm not salty. Not today, because I haven't played yet. I haven't played against other human players. I've only been hanging around. Our Druid player, Serenoth, will be killing off a number of creeps existing around the Tree of Hyjal. He has to head south extremely quickly in order to get into the fight. Like I said, the Druids are weirdly isolated, and I enjoy that fact. They have to kill off so many creeps, and they have to walk so far to get to the front line and actually start helping, that it mimics the time it would have taken the Druids to awaken and actually realize that there was a problem going on. Now, Cracker Snatcher, despite my many problems I've had with him in the past, is not a bad player. He's probably going to be doing a decent job against these Alliance players, unless, of course, this was sent in by Yusuf or anybody else. Oh, wait, I think this might have been sent in by... Wow! Oh, fuck. Let's see. I'm already being told this game might not be worth being casted, but you know what? Here's the thing. You can always find things that are worth being casted in anything. Don't beat down on yourself. I'm being nice, chat. Don't talk down on Cracker Snatcher. I know we've seen him do a few things here and there, and maybe I've gotten a little salty at him once or twice, but we do our best to remain positive. Oh, Cracker Snatcher uses Juby Thoughts in the back line using Whirlwind ability that affects nobody and has a long cooldown. That's fine. It's very strong. Whatever. You don't need it. Making me look like a jackass. It's whatever. Sitting up a little bit more straight. Sorry, I didn't mean to aggressively attack the camera. But okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. We have our Undead player putting more pressure on Dalaran down south than I would have expected. He has to worry about getting flanked by the Druids, Yusuf, not the Druids, rather, Lordaeron. The Druids in plate. Paladins. Not a biggie. Lord Sabas is going to come into conflict with All-Stars here in a moment. They're killing creeps really close to each other, and there's no upgrade advantage as far as I can tell. No caster. 1 damage on his ranged for Lord Sabas, so that will affect his entire army. But Gray kind of cancels it out, and Gray's creeping. Let's see what his money looks like, but if he's smart enough... He's sitting on 600 gold. Mother of God. Xano's all kind of upset, and I don't know why. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat to see why he's quiet. So salty. Sorry guys, I'm realizing I'm yawning a little bit, and I don't mean to. It's just I'm a little cold, I guess, than I expected, but warmer than Hoarfrost. The Night Elves, Lord Sabas taking over most of Ungoro Crater. I would say that the Orcs have to be very careful about letting the Night Elves expand too much, and in the south we see the Dwarves putting a little bit of pressure on Blackrock. Down south, nothing yet. Not even an attack on Netherguard Keep. Come on, most Fel Horde by now at the 6-minute mark would have wiped them out, but we're seeing absolutely nothing. A complete and total creeping of Outland. Not being very aggressive, but my god, if... What? Come on! 1,500, 1,656 gold for our teal player. I have to wonder if this is a really clever trap that he's laying for the South Alliance, and I'm hoping that something will come from this. God, do I really hope I am gonna see something exciting. But I think he's gonna get fucked right in the eye. So, Anyway, North Alliance are kicking it back pretty well right now. They've managed to push the Undead and the Demons. Oh, this sucks. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about what the Alliance did correctly here so that we can accurately explain why it was a good idea. When they realized that the Undead player had invested heavily in defending Alterac, our Lordaeron player, Yusuf, pushed down south aggressively, using his paladins to soak up a lot of damage and keeping Broke alive on the south. No doubt the Undead and the Demons thought that they could do some damage as they ran by purple, so there was a ran by orange, but eventually forced to retreat. They are now into the lands of Vile Priestess Hex. I'm trying to find the control point here. It's just south of Airy Peak. I thought there was another control point here, but anyway. It doesn't matter. The important thing is they're trapped. They don't have any siege units. And the only way to break these trees right here is to use siege units to do so. You could open up a retreat route, but he doesn't have what he needs to do so. He has one meat wagon. But green's already there. There's no time. Yes, of course, King Cuckold could build units at Scholomance, but I don't see it happening. Anyway, lovely ability to cut off his enemy's forces. Oh, wow. From their main... Okay, Cracker Snatchers choosing to attack the creeps. This is not a terrible idea because they will get money from this that they could trade between each other to reinforce, maybe inside Scholomance or somewhere else. But no, I guess they're giving up on both. And in northern Kalimdor, no pressure on the Warsong Lumber Camp as of yet from the Night Elves. Our light blue player being very aggressive in a different area, no doubt. He's heading south out of Ashenvale, sending Tyrande and another hero down south to try to reinforce. Are they all here? Oh, yeah. Elin and Tyrande are going to go reinforce Chandris. Sorry for the yawn, guys. It's been a weird sleep schedule the last week. And the streaming's been all over the place. Now, All-Star... Okay. The Horde All-Stars does have Grommash, Misha, and probably Rexar as well. If Misha... No! I'm sorry. The Horde got slaughtered. And here's what we're going to do, guys. Have you ever seen this in a replay? Oh, we get to show off the camera for the first time. Okay, so the Horde got slaughtered just outside of the troll base of Zul'Farrak, attempting to retreat right now into Ungoro Crater. But the thing is, the Horde has no response to the Night Elves' use of air units at the moment. Lord Sabas can just rain down fire on this army without any kind of a problem. Look at it. They have multi-shot. They figured out, they were like, look, you can't have a lot of Hippogriff Riders. You can't have unlimited Hippogriff Riders, but you can, they can each shoot 3. How about that? You can have 3 times as many Hippogriff Riders as we actually tell you you have Hippogriff Riders. Is that fair? And everyone went, yeah, pretty much. In the south, I thought the Horde was going to be way more under attack. 976 gold. He spent a lot of it. 0 upgrades. Is he building an army? What the fuck is he doing? I'm so confused. Alright. Look, I'm not wrong. But he's getting a decent composition here at Blackrock. He's getting Demolishers. He's investing in Erdar Warlocks. Got some air. Look, if he is just smart enough to put down stasis traps and mass bloodlust and... But I just feel like we're not going to see that. I'm really worried that he's going to get crushed by yellow and dark green. Dark green has forces on both the bridge, but some few ready militia to go up into Blackrock. Every last inch of me is covered in hair. No one flanks like Gaston. No one tanks like Gaston. Onyx is being like... Look, I'm just saying he's not wrong. The teal and the Horde are interesting. They're making interesting choices. I'm not saying that they're noob, but they're not perhaps the best players I've ever seen in my... Oh, shit! Oh, will you look at this? We're turning into Jiminy Glick. Because the demons and the undead actually got caught way the hell out here. Remember how I said, oh, they're cut off from their main base? Well, purple and orange paladins and mages alike hunted down the abominations that had spawned from their people, the corruption of the mages in the form of the demons and the corruption of the humans in the form of the undead, and now they have slaughtered their demons, both literally and physically and metaphorically and mentally and emotionally, you know, virtually. Look, I don't have time for this. Let's go back to the fight. In the south, Blackrock finally under assault, and the upgrade's not favoring the orcs in any way, and it looks like our enemies, or our dark green player not upgraded at all, our dwarven player upgraded 1-1. Like, I want to take a quick peek at the money. 1,600 gold for our teal players, completely unacceptable. TS Sashi, 13 gold. Polka, 247. It's a lot. That's not crazy. But teal, holy crap, my gods. Dude, you need to leave. Blackrock is about to get completely wrecked on both fronts here. The dwarves on the left, dark green on the right, and no upgrades. No upgrades, no stasis traps, no rain of fires from our Eridor Warlocks. Nothing that we could expect from a teal player properly utilizing. Even, look, I'm just saying a Shadow Strike or 2 from your Succubi, something to show that you know what race you're playing. And there it goes. Blackrock completely wiped out. The Demolishers did stay alive pretty long, but we didn't even see reinforcements. Lord Van Poo, 2,000 gold on his... Look, let me roll down my sleeves. Because it's cold, first of all. But also, let me discuss with you.
Our town is under attack.
Zoom is actually mentioning a good point right now about the orange army, who continues to manage to hunt down Blue's demons. The orange army has this really cool thing about being able to Rambo into an army with this thing that they have in their base. Where did it go? There we are, the arcane teleporter. You can run in with heroes and a few units, few disposable ones, attack an enemy unit, and then just teleport right back out. It's super effective. So let me go ahead and zoom back out and find out where the conflicts on Kalimdor exist. I found it. So the Druids are going to be pushing into Orgrimmar very soon. I don't know how the Sentinels are doing down south against Grey. I'd say they're doing really well since Stonewall keeps dead as hell. But I can't... Let's check on All-Stars just to make sure that he's super dead across the board. Don't worry about it. He doesn't even exist. We'll check out his upgrades when we can. But Lord Sabas sitting at 2-2 upgrades for his range raid. Mostly focusing on a heavily ranged army, as of course the Sentinels should. Look, they're good. Nightblades, that's the melee you want. I know Huntresses seem really good, but Nightblades getting to turn into a whole nother unit after they die is too good. It basically means that the AoE that goes down will kill your units, and then you have a brief moment while that AoE goes away, and then you spawn a whole nother front line of units, whereas the Huntresses would just straight up die and nothing else comes after that. And in late game, you have to think about it that way. It's not so much... Late game with some heroes and some units and some compositions, you stop looking at it in a Warcraft way that you usually do, and you start looking at it as a counterpoint way of view. Why am I rolling down my sleeve? I just talked about it's hot and... or it's cold. What am I doing? But yeah, sort of like Dark Souls, where there's a huge difference between taking 2 hits and 3 hits. And late game in this, there's a difference between taking 2 rounds of spells and 1 round of spells. Anyway, now that I've ranted myself to death and Serenoth has had time to uproot every tree that he's ever seen and give it to a mountain giant and give it a name and then tell them that they're going to be the best little slugger who's ever been in Pee Wee baseball, the Horde... I want to talk, game TRYB right now could be dropping stasis traps, as well as sentry wards, stasis wards and sentry wards, to increase his chances of winning right now. I think our teal player is very new. In no way insulting him, just saying. This is clearly a new teal. And teal, early on in the game you want to press out of the portal. The portal exits into... right here, you can see on the minimap where I'm pointing. Right about here, exits out onto the main continent here in the south. For you, in the base, it exits right here. He's figured out the Dark Portal, at least that much. He does have the Control Nexus. He does not have the Control Nexus. He never took it from the creeps who have it, I think. Which is probably a weirdly good thing in this point, because that means the South Alliance has to take those creeps out before they can get the Nexus, and that's good for them. In the north, the Alliance is under assault by nobody. Perfect. And the Horde is finally getting... oh, shit. Thrall was out in the open. Serenoth and the Night Elves are winning this handily. I thought Pink might have had a better chance, but the Night Elves are wrecking shop. 2-2 up. 2-2 upgrades for a Druid player at the moment. Yusuf is saying, you can already tell that Horde, Evil, and Teal sucked. The late game is where it's fun. Alright, fair enough. We're 16 minutes in, which tells me 30 minutes in is going to be a quarter of the way through, so I guess I should start freaking fast forwarding through a lot of this, huh? Until there's a Doom drop or something? Because there's going to have to be a Doom drop. So, our blue and red players will continue to creep islands and take as much money as they can. Cracker Snatcher mining a lot of lumber, or harvesting a lot of lumber, that is. Taking over islands, literally stripping them bare. I'm not sure what he's saving that up for, but Cracker Snatcher, I'm sure you can tell me why you have the dearth and the girth of resources that you have. And we're just kind of waiting for South Alliance to push through into Outland. Not super into the idea of doing it quickly. Hey there, Araxiel. Thank you for following and welcome to the channel. I appreciate it. How are you doing today, buddy? How you doing, buddy? I'm not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, guy, and I'm not your guy, buddy. But I'm your something. 2-2 upgrades now for our teal player. He's pretty on par with the South Alliance. I'm guessing still wildly over. Yes, 1,200 gold, but more. He spent more than I thought he would. I really thought he would have been hanging around in the 2000s for a while. So he's doing his very best to group up around the Dark Portal, realizing that's where the South Alliance is coming from. Right? Let's appreciate the, we'll look at control points in a minute. It's right there. On the VODs, that made no sense to anybody. On the Twitch stream, you're so goddamn welcome. Alright, whatever. South Alliance is the next big fight. Until the Horde moves somewhere. Oh no! Teal's decided to move out on his own. Let's see how this is going to play out for him, guys. 1-1 upgrades for our Dwarven player. Our Dark Green player only has 1-0, shockingly. Ted Militia. Ted Motilla. Sorry, Ted Motilla. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. Appreciate it, buddy. And now... Look, if Teal were to send everything, I think he has a better shot, but let's be honest, I don't think he's sending everything. He's starting to, and the choke point is going to favor him eventually if he can get enough casters out there. It's just... This is like Teal's best concave if he's taken Netherguard, but right now with Netherguard outposts, I think they have multi-shot. I think they're very strong. These towers are nothing to be sniffed at. And no dispels coming out from our Teal player, which I think would come from the Fellow Orc Warlocks, usually absorb magic, able to snatch up scrolls of... basically, it would take up any scrolls of protection or the crown buff that goes off on the army, which, as we can see, is not something you want to ignore. Look at, there's a lot of them with buffs, and Varian's Rally to the King increases damage wildly. It's by like 50%. So we can find something that's still benefiting from it. Yeah, a Clergyman's getting +3 just off that, which at a 8 out of 9 is a lot. Oh, there we go. A better idea on the mortar teams. Again, wonderfully good concave for a Teal player had he taken Nether Keep earlier. Unfortunately, this is going to keep raining down on his units. That's where Dark Rain's money went into. That, you see those AoE heals going off the front line? That means that Chaplain level 2s have been researched. Our Dark Rain player investing heavily into his casters and into the defensive upgrades of his melee units. Oh no, the attack actually, relying on the heals to keep his units alive. But Chaplains can smite an enemy unit, stunning it. They can renew an enemy unit, which is basically rejuvenation, and then they can AoE heal a small spot of units, which would include enemy units and allied units. Fight continuing on as Teal reinforces lots of succubi on the back lines. Luckily, they don't have chaos damage. They have regular piercing. But I think, yeah, this fight's going to go to the Alliance. Teal realizing if he stays on the front line, he'll lose too many Black Drakes and too much of an investment of resources here. It's over. Sorry, guys, changing the stream title. I don't want people joining, getting upset like, oh, you bastards. We'll grab 3. There. Azeroth Wars Custom Map Shoutcast. Is that a better title? I swear one of my moderators should have been able to do that, but if not, that's totally okay. Otherwise, if so, I'm salty and you're wrong. Bloodgrin gonna die on the front lines for his team. And look at the bodies, guys. This is where the battles went down. And now the human forces will re-engage with the Horde. It's pretty much over at this point. The humans have the advantage. If the Horde doesn't retreat further into their base, they're not even going to be able to delay a further attack. They can't lose too many units in this, or it's, yeah, GG. If you were to retreat right now and go back to the next line of towers you have and all that stuff, you'd probably be pretty good. He is smart enough to take his heroes back, but he's leaving all the... You don't have to leave the units. At least not that many. Okay, a little bit of a retreat. I'm proud of you. You're doing better. King Cuckold in the north, we should probably check on right now. The Undead, no doubt, gathering up for a new assault on Northern Lordaeron. The Undead, level 8, and ooh, he's got one of his demons in ships way down south. You see that? Way down here. This way on the mini-map. If I'm the mini-map, it's down here. He's landing on the shores of Kalimdor, creeping up stuff here and there, getting a lot of money. Okay, a lot of money. Listen here, Bitsy. I may have married you, but that doesn't mean I love you, bitch. I sound like a waspish husband. A lot of naval units heading out of Northrend without killing off these Tuskar spearmen. Let them live, but at the same time, don't let these guys live. Captain Falric and a number of Lordaeron units have landed in Northrend and will be assaulting the Frozen Throne here pretty soon, if they're not careful. Our red player has how much money? 1,155. That's a decent amount. The Alliance is finally fighting right inside the portal, and unfortunately for our Demon player, I don't think he realizes that he gets plus like 100% attack and defense for fighting on the portal if they control the portal nexus, which, let's check if they do. They 100% do. The dwarves control, Tiasashi controls it, and the attack on the portal now continues on. Magtheridon getting wiped, retreating very quickly, luckily not snatched by a stormbolt from King Magni. It's only a matter of time, though. He's on the retreat. Outland under assault by the Alliance. Inhuman beast. And, oh shit, what just happened? Grimheart, what did you do? Hey there, Halamis Small. Welcome to the chat. Hello. You know, that Twitch emote you just used always reminds me of Aaron. I don't know why I think of Aaron from Game Grumps, but I definitely think of Aaron from Game Grumps. And why I went is because for some reason our green player decided to go for Monaga, getting the Skull of Gul'dan, going into the dungeons of Dalaran and exploring them further, escaping with Vash and Kael'thas right now, betraying the Alliance, and the Alliance gaining control of everything that was previously controlled by our Blood Elf player. So they're spread a little bit thin, but I like that Grimheart decided to make it more interesting. See, this is a Lordaeron formathy thing where they went, I mean, we're ahead. Everyone else is doing well. Fucking why not? And Jesus, Dalaran and Lordaeron leading the pack with 18 and 20 control points respectively. Sorry, Lordaeron and Dalaran 18 and 20 respectively. And Erethdor and Dwarves 14 and 16 respectively. Sentinels and Druids bringing it up right behind that with 17 and 18 control points. And then Scourge and Burning Legion team with 8 and 7. If you're asking me to add that all up for you, it's 38, 30, 25, and 15. So Lord Sabas is telling them that after he finishes the Dalaran dungeons and manages to escape here, so he's only given a limited number of units. What a cool little thing. I think this is thematically neat since we just did this with Witty. But you have to escape with Kael'thas and Vash, from the dungeons, utilizing runes and heroes and things you can free, and then you have to fight these big scary groups of units, marshals, and look at this. And if he destroys the magical pen, he'll get the reinforcements here. So if he just ignores these creeps or was low on them, he could just go for the pen wall and take it out and be fine. In Northrend, we have the Alliance continuing their assault, but Purple, Yusuf, what did you do? Oh, I'm sorry. He went quickly, claimed the Frost Troll base, and is now involved in a bit of a brawl here with our Scourge player. If Blue doesn't help support him, he's going to be in a bit of a spot of trouble once OJ arrives, able to cast his AoE healing and AoE damage spells down on Red's army. Flame shields and earth shields. Damaging. Healing. It's crazy. People are asking you to do more for mod power. What can I do more for mod power, guys? If anyone in the chat would like to give me any suggestions. And nice, those nets that are going down, actually Purple's casters. Where are they? Let me click on it. I swear to God, I would like to click on Purple's units. Clerics able to net undead units, or just units in general, I think. Locking them down and kind of making it so that the whole front line of an army can't do anything, and then your paladins are only taking damage from range, which, yeah, it's bad. But Yusuf telling his ally not to only spam hydromancers, that it's no good. That being said, when you're getting flanked and you don't have a green, having a lot of units along the front lines is pretty important. Now Grimheart has gotten out of the dungeons of Dalaran, gotten a bit of money, and gotten himself a big base to go along with it. He also gets a Kama, the Elder Sage, level 10. When his heroes are only level 5. Wow, having a level 10 Akama is pretty important. Admittedly, it's only 875 health, but I think he has permanent invisibility. Permanent invisibility unless he's attacking. Illidan Storm Rage as well being able to be made, and Draenei Seers having chain healing and all that. How did you lose Illidan that quickly? Come on, I thought he was getting res. I didn't think he was getting killed. Alright, whatever. Night Elves are going to be the next big push. We'll figure out where they're going to focus on. Taking over the islands for the moment. And alright, so it looks like OJ and Purple managing to kill off everything King Cuckold can send their way. 3-2 upgrades, just not enough when all you have is melee units. They're stacked on top of each other. I say all he has, but that's not true. He is smart enough to make meat wagons, and they are attacking the backline units very well. They're not attacking these cheap frontline or even summons. He's focusing very well, I'll give him that. But I don't see heroes. Where are your heroes? Hiroru? You have a Hiroru, and you're not a user. I confused you. At the same time, Blue Cracker Snatcher, what are you doing with your riches in life and like everything? You have... They're still on the fucking boats! Get out of here! What are you doing? Ugh. Stab me in the crotch or something. Just get up there and help. Light Blue had Illidan. It's older version. What? This is an older version than one I'm used, or the one I just watched recently? Because that doesn't make... The Naga are in the newest version of Azeroth Wars. I'm sure of that. This is the most recent version of Azeroth Wars. Get the hell out of here. People, do not assume that spamming abominations is the way to go. It's super not good. It's the worst. I was just pointing out that his siege usage, his use of meat wagons was pretty on point. It was solid. Whatever. It's a test version apparently. Okay. I hear you. Oh my good gods above, guys. The Night Elves have begun their invasion of Northrend. Here it comes. The fleet leading the way along with Hippogriff Riders, and then the Navy and the army itself afterwards. Alright, let's see what Red and Blue can do against this. They're already under assault. What I'm thinking is that Red has to retreat all the way to the Frozen Throne. Blue's going to do some kind of nonsense out in the islands, and then the Alliance and Night Elves are going to clash outside of the Frozen Throne. Right? Yeah? That sound good to anyone else? Oh no, he's getting flanked. King Cuckold's about to lose all of his meat wagons to Yusuf's hero group. Son of a bitch. I'm so angry with him. That's... Alright, whatever. Let's turn it up just a little bit. Put us... you're not quite that much. There we go. I think that's about the proper level of volume. Cuckold leaves the game. So, alright. So it's Alliance... So it's South Alliance versus North Alliance versus... Night Elves? It's all good people? All the good people won this game, and now we're gonna get to watch the Goon armies kick the shit out of each other? Oh, hell yeah, bruh. I am excited. I want to see good give each other the good old 1-2. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll bet you do. Look at everyone's upgrades. I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean their upgrades or their upgrades? 3-3 for Grimhot, our Naga player. OJ is sitting at, well, he's got a lot of Hydromancer upgrades, but until he... Earth Golem's 3-2, so he's actually doing pretty well for his summons upgrades. Tasashi, our Dwarven player. 3-3 for his ranged upgrades, 3-3 for his melee. Is 3-3 the maximum? Why is everyone at 3-3? I want to see somebody above 3-3. Yusuf, it's going to be him. 4-4. Ooh, Yusuf just wanted everybody to know that he's 4-4. Hey guys, look at Yusuf and his 4-4. 5-5 for our Night Elven player. I take it back, Yusuf. Get the hell out of Dodge. What are you doing here thinking that you're worthy? Serna, our Druid player, is... Ow, crap! Clashing with the Naga right now at the moment. And I like this. If this was any other army, the Druids would have had an insane advantage because it's the Naga, because it's Grimheart. They can swim in the water and they can get a decent surround on this. Alright. Alright, 4-4, and the druids were what again? 4-4? This is pretty even across the board. 3-3 for ranged. It must have been 4-4 for melee. Our Naga player using Whirlwind very well to shut down Malfurion, keep him from healing units too much, and a lot of Naga Royal Guard using their crushing wave ability. Hey, Witty was talking about this earlier. Naga Royal Guard, insanely powerful, 1200 attack, hero armor, chaos damage, and the spells to go with it. They can summon units. I don't think they've summoned their water elementals, but they may not need to at the end of the... This is a little bit of bad news, and the Druid player is brilliant for doing it. Serenoth has sent in his naval forces, and they are flanking the Naga right now, killing them. Oh, Serenoth was in a bad spot, but now the Naga are getting riggedy wrecked. Oh, this is really bad for him. This is awful. Oh, I thought you were doing so well, Grimheart. Oh, you're taking the dick. But Serenoth, what a great play by you, buddy. Look at that, chasing the Naga away. Yeah, what are you going to do against that? There's no answer to that kind of a navy. And it doesn't even have any battleships. Thank God it didn't, or else the AoE would have wiped him out. And we'll have to go back to the North fight because his ally, the Sentinels, are going to be duking it out with the North Alliance. Yusuf finding himself now in a brawl. And he's probably not in the best position to actually handle. He's got a lot of really good melee units. But the problem is, Lord Sabas can put enough melee units on the front for it not to matter. For his ranged units to just kick ass. You can see the damage archers are putting out. They're an extremely cheap unit, low health, but the damage they pump out when fully upgraded is bananas. The Hippogriff Riders with multi-shot also have to be accounted in. If they can get close to your back lines and start getting even a few rounds on your casters, gonna wipe it out like that. Not a problem. Onyx saying first time as Naga. Come on, brah. Ancient Hydras seems super powerful. 1600 health, 80 to 130 chaos damage. But for now, it will just continue to be the Alliance versus the Night Elves. We haven't seen anything from the South Alliance, have we? I haven't checked up on them in a bit. Okay, Tsubashi is hanging out deep in Blackrock, maybe considering going after Ragnaros. What are you about, you Polka? Polska Kilbasa? He is hanging out outside, senor. Okay, he's just a little bit north of Darkshire. See? Fly. That's probably a little bit racist. Somebody put the KFC emote up. Don't put the KFC emote up. I'm fucking with you. Don't do it. Alright, Yusuf. 5-5 upgrades now. And this is where the teams start to go, alright, we can get upgrades. We can focus exclusively on upgrades. Right now, the Alliance team controlling, God, not even 40, but 37? 37 control points. South Alliance sitting at 43. Holy God. And the Night Elven team at 23. Doesn't mean the Night Elves are any less dangerous. It just means that they're a little bit lower right now. They're more navally based. They're actually the most dangerous, potentially. Because of the way that ranged units stack in this game. And the way it's like, oh, I'm sorry, did something you control step within 100 feet of me? Yeah, I'm gonna just destroy that immediately. I can't even stand... Oh, God, mass ally incoming. I hope not. Nobody, come on, nobody's gonna mass ally, surely. We have to hope. Oh, Stone Titan! Broke Lemur with the Stone Titan right now. I saw like a different kind of Titan. Can they get different Titans, or do they get to choose one type of Titan they get to have? If anyone in chat knows that, please let me know, because that is a baller unit. With 5,150 health, and it's getting repaired right now by the peasants, and we'll be back out on the front lines again here pretty soon. Probably an overall pretty heavy investment in resources. We'll see how Broke Lemur's gold goes down as it repairs it. Oh my goodness, getting focused down by Lord Sabas, foolishly letting his heroes get too close to the front line against a light blue player is dangerous! And there it goes. fully killed off. And now the ranged danger, the ranger danger that is light blue, is on the path. Brogleamer saying, clearly the units have an IQ of over 500 when given their pathing orders. Stone Titan's going to have to be a little bit careful not to get aimed down by the glaive throwers in the upcoming conflict. But other than that, South Lanes, come on, tell me you're about to attack. I killed Ragnaros. Alright, that's a little bit of action, but not enough. Not enough to justify sitting so long. Your upgrades better be through the roof. That doesn't add up. You have 16 control points. You're at 2-2. 36 minutes. Everyone else in this game is at 6-6. You have not been fighting that hard. Teal did not give you that hard of a fight. I'm not being rude, but he just did not. Yusuf's telling me when Illidari happens, OJ can choose between the Stone Titan, a good ranged unit, or a Steel Titan. An OP melee tank. Stone Titan is weaker, but it's ranged. Steel Titan is OP as fuck, but it's melee. I see. Look at that 750 range on that Stone Titan. But it's still just sitting. It's sitting there not doing anything. It's getting surrounded. He's pushing the steam. Oh no, this is terrible right now. Stone Titan. No, not Stone Titan. I always believed in Stone Titan. I remember the first time I saw Stone Titan as a bow. I was... we're going to pretend it's the Stone Titan of Bravos and look straight up into its Grundle. Alright guys, let's watch the Stone Grundle get shot to death. Bye-bye, Stone Grundle. You were a good Grundle, but you could only last so long against the depravity of the Night Elves. So out of curiosity, when that Stone Titan's dead... Oh, it was being built. I see. So can they build it again? By the way, if you want to if you want to chat with me, please at me. That is always the way to do it. Oh, and Yusuf's got way too many casters on the front line against this piercing damage of the Night Elves. It's going to be very detrimental to his survival. And in the meantime, I think Yellow's trying to convince his ally to, like, we need to press them. We need to do something. Lawrence Boss is just like, he's defending a thing that no one complained about, and then when someone's like, I didn't talk about that, why are you even mentioning it? And he's like, well, I just like, tell me what you like. And here goes the Navy. It'll do a little bit of damage against the Night Elves, but the Night Elves will win this fight. They just have such range superiority compared to other races. Not a lot can take them on against in a straight ranged fight. And our Druid player, after kicking the Horde out of Kalimdor, gets a few special units, one of which is the Lightning Guardian. I think there's a Fire Guardian and an Ice Guardian as well. Perhaps an Earth Guardian. Or a Dead Guardian. Well, that one's dead as shit. Alright, Night Elves, who are you gonna fight? Units that aren't here. Oh, is Blue doing that? I bet Blue's Cracker Snatcher's got to be controlling Red right now. He has 1,800 gold in his own pockets. But how much gold does Red have? Way less, because Blue's been controlling him. Ah, yeah. Didn't see that coming, did you? Alright, we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Zoom it back out to more strategy-based range, and appreciate as the Night Elves are going to conquer Northrend. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Northrend's fully in the Night Elven hands, and now we have our South Alliance actually towering up. They're getting ready for a siege rather than anything offensive. In the meantime, the Naga saying, well, screw you, I'm gonna attack your navy. I actually do like this. If the Naga take out the Night Elven forward bases, this could cripple them just enough to make... Oh, Blue, what are you doing? He's dying. He's dying in the main base. I see. 2,000. Who needs 2,000 gold? Who wants to spend 2,000 gold worth of anything? Not Blue. Not Blue. Why? Because fuck it. I think that's really what's going through his brain right now. Jesus Christ. 4/4 upgrades for Gray or Brown. 3-2 for red. There's not going to be much of a defense here. He could use most of the abilities on the Frozen Throne, including Frost Nova, raising Masthead. Or he could just give his ally a lot of his gold and then just build a ton of stuff, which he doesn't even need to do. Red's already got a lot of money. But still, the Naga putting pressure on the Night Elves is at least reassuring. Let's check on the Alliance players. The 2 Alliance players that matter. And see what they're up to. Going south? Are you going to let the Illidari handle them? I don't know if that's the best idea. Just overall, just saying. OJ has 1,200 gold, so he should be able to very easily rebuild his army very quickly. We can see his money going down, going back up, going back down, going back up. Blue has resurrected a few units. I guess there were some. But I don't think the Night Elves are going to have any problem here. No. No, that's a slaughter. Good use of Mountain Giants. It's slightly more efficient would be to grab some trees, but he's already winning. He'll be fine. I think his allies nearby as well. Light Blue is probably low. Or Lord Sabas is an aggressive player. He might be getting... Oh, he pushed away the Naga. That's what he did. And Lord Sabas, no doubt, will be getting in boats heading out here soon, although he will be careful knowing the Naga are out on the seas and could easily kill his army if they're in ships.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Hey, Richard Dick 2, Casual Noob, Dying on 2 TV, Yusuf, Halsam, thank you guys for being in the chat today. Nickish as well. Oh, I like the witty, the goofy thing. That's cute.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Subscriber emotes, man. Okay, I'm confused here. Mostly by the fact that nobody... Oh, there they are, the battleships. Okay, I was going to say nobody's getting battleships, but they are here, and they're going to wipe out the Naga. The Naga are extremely powerful on the seas, but a real navy will murder a Naga army. 100%, super easy. Especially with upgrades, which it seems he's starting to invest in. He doesn't really need to. What am I playing, says Orthodox. We're playing Azeroth Wars Legacy Reborn. This is version 2.04. This is the most recent version. I have done so many of these on my channel. If you'd like to check out the history of the map, you'll find them at Azothan on YouTube. But this is a control point based map with 12 players. Holy donkey balls. Alright, this is what happened. North Alliance decided to go say hi to South Alliance. South Alliance decided that they were going to grab Stromgarde the Keep event, bringing Varian Rin up into the area will cause Dark Green to gain the space. Between the two, South Alliance is going to win this. The minute the South Alliance siege comes into range, this is going to go in a completely different way. The North Alliance is currently caught between attacking not only the horizontal wooden gate, but several units that are coming from the south and are behind the gate here for Dark Green, and are getting flanked. Yep. B, get the hell back, Yusuf. That's a smart move. Polka and Takashi 3-2 on the melee units for our Dark Green player, and 5-5 on the range for our Dwarven player. And wow, do they have a serious aerial dominance at the moment. Hey there, Nickish. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate it. Ooh, daddy. Alright, 5-5 Thanes versus 5-6 Silverhand Veteran Paladins. See, that's what I wanted to see. Now, the next thing he needs to get is, I think Purple gets flying units? He gets some flying units that are badass. We'll slow it down to half speed here and really appreciate the fight. This choke point's going to be what the Purple wants to hold, even if it's just getting a decent concave right outside of it, but it appears that they are completely content running away. Farstriders are under Purple's control, so he has quite a few hero groups to utilize. Casual Noob 123 just subscribed. Thank you so much. Oh my god, I think you're like my 20th subscriber, and I heart you so much. We've had so many subscribers the last 4 or 5 days. I lost my mind.
Oh, that's nice.
The
That's
Illuminati.
Real nice.
Another you've just donated $40 to me, Day. This is... Aww. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. For those of you on the VODs, we're going to go ahead and end that there on like a really good note, because I feel like this is a decent spot to end in. The North Alliance and the South Alliance are about to clash heavily. Apple Juice for just subscribed. Thank you. I guess we're getting a few subscriptions out of the way before we close this off. But the North Alliance and the South Alliance are about to clash just outside Dalaran without any help from their elven allies who have become Naga. Grimheart is pushed back to the islands. He's been slaughtered by the Night Elves. The Night Elves, whom we should mention, have killed off everything in Northrend. I don't think there's anyone to contest with them. Cracker Snatcher, the demons are trying to... I guess he's moving around on some islands. He's down here in Ajol Nerub, but that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. In the meantime, check out diplomunion.com, brigandshaven.net, host a game or play a game on makemehost.com, and send your replays to azothancasts@gmail.com. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye guys.